Okay, what is going on YouTube? Today I have an awesome video. It was recommended to me by a comment, and it is about fuel consumption. So I am going to do two trips today, one on the way to work and one on the way home from work, in two different modes. I have the trip computers set to I reset the values for trip computers. So here you'll see I have the trip 1 reset. I didn't reset trip 2 yet. I'm gonna wait till I leave work to do that, just in case. But I will do one mode on the way to work, which is road mode, the most basic, normal, everyday mode. And then I'm gonna put it in race mode on the way home, so that way you can see the difference between the both modes on the road and how much fuel you're actually using. So on both trips I'm going to just be doing a very basic riding. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to do a normal, how I ride every day, just a super stable, tame, calm ride, nothing crazy. So I don't kind of like, I'm not biased for one mode and drop the MPG a lot. And I also just want to say thank you to every single one of you who commented and liked and gave feedback on the last video, and the one before that actually as well. Both videos got a lot of attention. I never actually expected to ever get above maybe 20 subscribers or a couple hundred views. Those videos actually took off and I was very surprised. So I thank every single one of you for all the love you gave and all the feedback. You guys really give me motivation to keep doing this, and I cannot possibly thank you guys enough. It's awesome to see the feedback and see the love that I'm getting. So I'm looking forward to uploading all these videos for you guys to enjoy. And like I said, if you have any comments or any kind of suggestions of things you want to see, leave a comment and I'd be more than happy to kind of accommodate that within reason, of course. But yeah, you guys are amazing and I can't thank you enough. So keep up the good work, guys. And I'm also taking the back roads again today, mainly because on the highway it's kind of like you're not doing too much. It's like you're just going the same speed, the same RPM, whatever. So I feel like taking the highway is kind of like cheating, because you're going to have the same MPG in both modes, I feel like, because you're just going the same speed the whole time and there's not much like variation in the RPMs and the load ranges. So I'm going to take the back roads to kind of go between all the gears and ride the bike like a normal person would, I suppose. Because let's be honest, no one's really taking this on the highway every day and the same, boring route. They're going to want to take this thing around corners, on the back roads, up hills, down hills and stuff. So I'm going to kind of get that kind of feel and that kind of simulation with this. So it'll be the most realistic. Since I am doing one ride to work and one ride from work for the whole video, this video might be a little long, so I apologize if it's too long for you guys. You can skip through it, or I'll put like timestamps in so you guys can kind of skip through the video and see different timestamps. But yeah, I'm going to try to not talk too much. I know, bummer, boo, but yeah, because the video will be really long if I talk the whole time, because the ride to work is about like 30 minutes this way. So yeah, and I now realize I'm probably going to be late to work again. So I swear I'm not usually late. It's just so happened today that I'm a little behind, mainly because I had to delete some videos on my GoPro SD card. So I still have my GoPro Hero 3, and I only have 2 SD cards, and one of them is full. So this one I think was also full, so I had to delete all of the previous footage on the GoPro SD card. So yeah, at least now I have a lot of video time left, but yeah, I had to delete a lot. So that kind of took some time out of my commute, because I actually started recording the video and then it got full, and then I was like, so I had to pull over, and I I had to take my helmet off and delete all the footage on the GoPro and reset the SD card so I could make this video for you guys. So I sacrificed about 2 hours of footage previously to make this video. But it's all footage I already uploaded, so it's not a big deal. Alright, let me go up to, on the screen here, the average fuel. There we go. So right now, as of right now, so far I'm getting the average of 30 mpg, which is pretty okay. Usually bikes get a lot more. Like my first bike, my Ninja 400, I got about like 70 miles to the gallon, which is nuts, but it's really nice. This, I didn't expect to get that great gas mileage for obvious reasons, but 30 is actually not bad for an 1000. It's also not bad for a car. Alright, now we are at 33 mpg, so we're getting up there. Oh, that man just absolutely ran a red light. It's not going to be immediate torque or throttle or whatever. I mean, you get it, but it's not going to be like as crazy as race mode or dynamic mode. So road mode is just the most basic, everyday. Ooh, an NSX. Yo! Anyway, road mode is the most like default basic riding mode. So this is what you get in when you get the bike and from a dealership and you just hop on and ride. This is what it'll default to. So it's nothing extraordinary. Alright, so right now we're getting about 34 almost mpg. And just in case you're wondering for some numbers and specs on what I put in for gas, I get 93, which is premium gas, of course, for the engine, high octane. I also put about, every time I fill up, it's about 3.5 gallons, maybe just shy of 3.5 gallons, so I usually fill it up when it's empty. So yeah, it's usually about 3.5 gallons. I put about $12 to $13 in. Of course that changes based on where I go, but I usually spend about $12 to $13 on gas, and it gets me about maybe 130, 140 miles. And it looks like the MPG about reflects that, at about 34 MPG. If I put about 3.5 gallons in, that's about 130-ish miles to a full tank, give or take 10 miles. So this is pretty accurate for my everyday riding, so just so you guys know. And I'm sorry if my voice is like piercing the mic because I put the microphone really close to my mouth in the helmet today. So I apologize if my voice is really like in your face. I also have to kind of like yell because of the wind. Alright, so I'm going to... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I'm going to enjoy this corner, but there's cars in front of me, so I guess I won't. Maybe I still can. Let's see. Get down low. And we're just about at work. Work is about half a mile down the road. So this will conclude this section of the experiment. I will continue or resume the experiment after work. So looking forward to that part of the video. And yeah, stay tuned for that part. If I'm going to make a prediction, I'm going to predict ahead of time, just for the record, that I think race mode is going to get me about maybe 30 mpg. We'll see if I'm right after the video ends. Just for the record, I have no idea what the mpg is like in both modes. So yeah, we're going to see just how right I actually am. So catch you on the flip side. Okay, we are back. Forgot to mention I had to go to the gym after work, so it was a leg day today. Couldn't skip that. I'm a little out of breath, so forgive me if I'm breathing heavy and the mic is like getting suffocated. Just got out of the gym, so we are now on the way to back home, and I will reset the trip odometer and we will put this into race mode. And if I can get my glove on, there we go. and I'll put it into race mode, and we will be on our way. So let's do that. Low fuel, that is okay. We're going to ignore that. It's already warmed up, sort of. So we're just going to let it sit for a second. It is now in my race mode, and I will maneuver my way out of this gym patio. Kept under here because it was raining. So in the morning it was nice and sunny and it was awesome and no rain on the radar. But at work, half the day it'll look like this. So that's fun, and yeah, so I kept out of the rain for obvious reasons. Even though I have ridden in the rain, I just don't like it. So okay, I'm gonna walk my way down here, and then we will go. The fastest way to get back home is on the highway, so obviously we have to avoid that to make it fair. So we will, the gym isn't too far away from my work, so it's gonna be easy to just turn around and go back the way we came. So let's get on that. Okay, so this is kind of where the real start of the second part of the video begins, because of the experiment, because this is kind of where we left off with the first part, the part one. My job is right up the road, so that's where I ended the video. So now technically this is where this part should start, to make it completely even. And even though distance doesn't really matter how far I go, it just matters about the MPG. But I want to keep it fair and even, so this is technically where it'll start. So let's see what we're actually at right now, just curious. We are looking at, if I could find it, trip 2, trip 1, trip 2, we're at 37.9, but it actually mainly was downhill from the gym up until now, so that's probably why it's an MPG or so higher than the first trip, or the first part of the test. So now this is where it'll begin, so now we'll still put it to the actual test of the back roads, curves, uphill, downhills, and all that mumbo jumbo. Okay, just to avoid any possible errors, because I was going downhill for most of it in the beginning, I'm actually going to reset this trip 2 again. Just so to keep it even, so everyone's happy and there's no human errors. I want to keep the experiment as scientifically accurate as possible. Alright, so there you can see it's all reset. At least the MPG is, I believe. Consumption, yes, okay, it is. Alright, so now we're good. Alright, we're good. So I'm going to leave it there. And now this is where it actually starts now. So no takebacks. This is where it starts. Part 2 of the experiment here. If these cars would go to green light, that would be splendid. And I believe BMW Motorrad claims that it gets to about 44 miles to the gallon. I read that, I'll put that source on the screen now. So I read that online at work today, just to kind of get an idea of what I'm supposed to be looking at in terms of MPG. So we'll see what I actually get. Now that was rated by, I forget the acronym, it's like WMTC or something. So that was a rating as some kind of standard. Now I don't know what they did for the rating. I don't know how exactly they tested it, if it was, you know, flat back roads or highway or whatever. It didn't really specify, or I didn't look into it that much at least. So we'll see how it compares, I guess, at least in real world standards. I gotta find, if anybody knows where I can get gloves, so the palm is like really soft, so I don't like, you know, my soft hands, I need good gloves so my hands don't hurt after riding for a while. I'm probably putting too much weight on my hands. I need to get like tank grips, but I can't seem to find ones that look good that are made for the S1000RR specifically. I don't want to get like generic ones. If I'm going to get some, I want to make them look good and make them fit precisely onto the bike. So if anybody knows where I can get either tank grips to hold myself up, or good gloves or padding so my hands don't fall asleep when I'm riding, that would be appreciated. Oh, interesting. interesting. These lights are completely off. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't Yeah. Yeah, those lights are completely off, so that's awesome. I'm sure that'll help traffic a lot. I'm assuming they're off because of the storm that came through. Like when I was at work, I showed you the video, the storm was really bad. It was actually, I showed the end, like the tail end of it. When it first started, like the thunder was like a plane was landing on the roof of my building. It was like crazy. And the rain was going sideways and the wind, it was nuts. So I'm assuming that's probably why the power is down over on that corner of the globe. Yeah, the storm was pretty bad, so I'm surprised, or actually not surprised, that the power went out in some areas. Alright, let's get a quick MPG update. We are looking at, if I can find it, 36.7. So it is just barely better. Oh wait, now it's 30, okay, back up 36.7. Alright, so we are doing actually just barely better than road mode, which is kind of weird. Not sure why that is. I'm kind of riding second gear. So I don't know, it's strange. Maybe it'll change when we get home, so let's see. MPG check. 36.7 still. So 0.6 better than trip 1 on the way to work. So in case you ever want to get an S1000 and you want the best fuel economy, go into race mode. At least that's how it seems right now. I guess they were honking at me, I don't know. Okay, so I made it back with plenty of gas to get by for tomorrow. With, let's see it. Hold on, let me cycle through. We got, that's not it, hold on, I think that's, okay, 36.7. So it actually hasn't changed. 36.7 MPG. Which is weird. It's a little bit better than trip 1 or the road mode, so yeah, I guess if you want better fuel economy, go into race mode. Now you know. So very interesting. That is not the way I expected it to go at all. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little science experiment, if you want to call it that. And thank you again for the person who suggested this content for the YouTube channel and this type of video. So, like I said, guys, if you have any recommendations or anything you want to see, I'm looking forward to hearing back. I read all the comments, try to reply to as many as I can. Like I said, the videos blew up like a lot more than I thought they would, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with all the stuff going on, but thank you guys again for supporting my channel so much. I really appreciate it. It means more to me than you guys will ever know. So please keep it up, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.